Today's Spotlight is brought to you in part by presenting sponsor, First Community Financial Bank, the community bank where you come first. If you're just tuning in, you're watching Spotlight. I'm your host, Jane Wernette, and with me now, representing the Freedom Golf Association, is EQ Sylvester and Andy Mears. So welcome to the studio, gents.
Thank you, Jane. Thank you.
We're glad to have you here, and we're glad you're revisiting, so thank you. EQ, I'm going to start with you because you started this association in 2012.
Exactly.
But tell us why, because it's an interesting and very moving story.
Well, before I founded it, I was a passionate golfer. And then in 2011, I became a AAA amputee as a result of a very serious infection. And when I got out of rehab a year later, I said, I've got to find out if I can hit the golf ball out of my shadow. Well, I couldn't, and therefore I needed some professional help. And I found out that there were 18 million physically disabled that had the same problem I do. And they couldn't find professional help. And secondly, they couldn't get access to a golf course because they were either not welcomed or in worst case turned away.
Okay.
So I said, I have a new mission. And so 2012, I formed Freedom Golf Association, and it's been, I don't think I've worked any harder, but enjoyed it more.
That's wonderful.
It's been fabulous.
It's as it should be, right? Because
Exactly.
it's a passion.
Yes,
Born out of
exactly.
a tragedy, but into something that's going to be
Making
positive.
lemons out of lemonade.
Yeah,
like
so I love that.
Lemonade out of lemonade. Sorry, lemons. Trying to.
Yeah. So tell us on the mission, because I know you have a really nice, simple mission for Freedom Golf. Talk a little bit about that.
Yes. You know, we thought about it, and our mission to today is as strong as when we put it together in July, and that is to bring joy and a sense of freedom to the special needs community, which includes, you know, intellectually challenged, physically challenged, and sensory challenged individuals, as well as wounded warriors, through their inclusion in the game of golf. And we have learned what magic the game of golf has in the rehabilitation effects and therapeutic and social benefits it gives to those disabled. We've so many wonderful stories, and it's very transformative.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Now, Andy, tell us a little bit about specifically the kinds of programs that you're offering.
Sure. Well, we work with children and adults and disabled veterans. We put on golf clinics throughout the Chicagoland. We use golf courses like Oak Brook, Cog Hill to set up our clinics where people come to us for the lessons. Or we will go out and take our equipment to schools, special rec associations, and put on our clinics for them at their facilities. So we're very flexible, whether they come to us or we go to them.
And we've been lucky enough at the station to see some of the different programs that you've offered. But describe for the viewers some of the actual activities, like how you know, you have kids that come in very challenged circumstances. Talk a little bit about how you teach them.
Sure. We start out with most of our kids and beginners in the game of golf, whether it be adults or not. And we work with SNAG equipment. That's an acronym for Starting New at Golf. And it's oversized equipment. It's a tennis ball versus a golf ball. It's plastic, very colorful, and the tennis ball actually sticks to Velcro targets.
Ah,
so when somebody,
I could use that.
Yeah, exactly. So the sensory of you know, connecting, hitting the ball, making it stick to a target is very exciting for the individual, and it really gives them that sense of accomplishment.
Sure.
So we start out with the SNAG program and then graduate them into regular golf equipment. So it's a lot of fun, especially for the kids who have never played golf before. We've worked with several schools that, you know, the kids that we work with have never had the opportunity to participate with golf. And the great thing about it is the social and therapeutic benefit of the sport. It gets people together. We have a lot of fun. Again, through the target idea of SNAG, it gives them a great sense of accomplishments. That's therapeutic, that
Sure.
they're learning something. And again, the social part of being with their peers, being, you know, with adults who care, and learning something new is just the greatest you can ever expect.
Well, you've served a lot of children in a short and adults in a short period of time. Talk about your numbers, EQ, because I know it's quite substantial.
Sure. Our first event was in January of 2013. And in that first year, we helped 178 participants enjoy the game of golf. Our second year was 680 participants, and this year will be very close to 1,000 participants in 1 year. So through that 3-year program, we've helped nearly 1,900 participants learn golf, go and attend the golf tournaments with the BMW Championship, with the Encompass, and then get out and play, that's the most exciting,
Yeah.
when they get on the golf course for the first time.
Yeah, that's a wonderful experience,
Yeah.
right? On so many levels.
Exactly. It's exponential as far as the growth is concerned, but the smiles and the thrills of when they get out and get off the tee and get on the golf course and then learn how to putt, make it all happen. It's just fabulous.
That's wonderful. Now, you've had a lot of interesting people working with you. I mean, this mission that you started on has really brought people to the game who've been wanting to help you. So, Andy, talk a little bit about some of the people who are helping you teach the clinics and the kind of people that you're involved with.
Yeah. Well, we've been fortunate. We've taught 32 individuals how to become an adaptive golf coach. One of the individuals I have to talk about because it's Veterans Day is Phil Bell. He's one of our veteran coaches, and he spent time in the Desert Wars and was injured twice and had a kind of a rough go when he came home. And a friend of his talked him into coming out to one of FGA's clinics, and he just became hooked on the sport. And he learned to play, he learned to enjoy it, he absolutely loves the game, and now has become one of our main coaches. So it's stories like that that are so important with the number of coaches that we have who are retired individuals, working people, physical therapists, PGA members like myself, who have joined our ranks to help out. Then we've been very fortunate to have PGA Tour professionals like Steve Elkington come and spend time with us and do some personal coaching. We also had Rory Sabatini put on the clinic at the BMW Championship for our disabled veterans that we had out. I mean, those type of people coming in to service and work with our individuals, we can't say enough. I mean, it's
wonderful.
so wonderful. It really is.
That is wonderful.
Yeah.
Now, I know that these programs do not cost the participants, which is really good. But as we wrap up EQ, where do you want to be, let's say in 2-3 years? Where do you see your organization going in 2 to 3 years?
Well, we have just joined as a charter member the United States Adaptive Golf Alliance, which we're one of 9 chapters around the country. And obviously we have 2 goals. One is to help the 18 million that want to play all around the country. And, I'm hoping that we can help 1 million by 2017. And then we have another large goal, which is 2020. We want to take the first Paralympic golf team, U.S. golf team, to Tokyo in 2020 at the Olympic Games.
Well, that is an ambitious goal.
Yes,
and
it
I
is.
think knowing you might just make that.
Well, I'm hoping so, but I got a lot of support.
A lot of help.
And
A lot of help. That's
yes,
wonderful.
right.
Well, thank you. For more information about how you can help bring joy and a sense of freedom to the special needs community through their inclusion in the game of golf, please visit the website. We're going to take a short break, but don't go away because we're coming right back with more Spotlight.